All right, let's kick it off. Welcome
Yeah,
to
you
Not
want
Paying Rego, episode 3. How are you, Benny?
good to be here. Yeah, good to be here.
Thanks for coming on as a guest to my
It's been
show.
too long. It's been too long.
It's been at least a week. Fuck all has happened in sports, really.
Yeah, no, I've had to dig back through the archives.
It's
So
been absolute
I've got some tenuous links to sports.
tenuous. That's a
Yeah.
podcasting word, really.
Yeah, I do another podcast about English literature.
A lot more views.
Yeah, 7.
Oh fuck, it dumps at us double. All right, what's been going on this week, man? You been doing much or?
No, I haven't really been doing anything. I said just work. I went to a wedding on the weekend. That was a bit of fun.
Oh yeah, did you have a role or were you just a guest?
Hey, no, I was just a guest.
Oh yeah.
Just impressing in-laws.
Who? Oh, was it one of your girlfriends?
Yeah, brother got married, so he's over there trying to impress everyone.
How did that go down? Did you get too drunk to impress?
No, I think I did a good job. I had about 1,000 beers and danced with everyone, so
Sometimes
can't have gone
that's a
too wrong.
fine line.
I think all in all I did well.
Yeah, dude, that goes both ways. You're like, I was pretty drunk, but I was pretty funny, and everyone was pretty happy with it. And then sometimes you're like, I was pretty drunk, shouldn't have said that.
I didn't have too many of those. I think, and anything that I was a bit worried about happened way towards the end of the night when everyone else was a bit,
Yeah, you don't want to
yeah,
go
you know,
too hard too
been
early.
taken off. Yeah, no, I think I did well.
Yeah, you know what I noticed this week? I've been reversing on my driveway. So next door got chickens. They got
Go on.
Yeah, they got chickens and got a chicken pen, and so they've been putting heaps of seed out, but they don't throw it
Yeah,
direct. I presume they don't throw it like directly into the pen. Like they haven't got a feed station or anything. They just throw it in through the cage. Anyway,
yeah.
so there's feed all over the lawn outside the cage, and guess what? That's bred. Dude, there is 1,000 fucking cockatoos around my place now every morning.
I've told you about the cockatoo that fucked up my brand,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I want to go into
But
that, but
if you've got any pot plants, put them inside. They're gonna just bite them in half.
can you tell the cockatoo story?
The cockatoo story. Yeah, well, so it was just, obviously a cockatoo is a pretty nice looking bird, and at one of the share houses I was living in for a while, we started getting a few cockatoos hanging out on the balcony, which we thought was cool. So we're like, yeah, let's encourage that, and we got a little bowl to feed them with, and we'd put out seed for them. And over time, they started building up more and more cockatoos. I got up for work one day, and this is about like 6:30 in the morning. And I've walked out, and there's fucking cockatoos everywhere. Like I was talking like 100 cockatoos out of this balcony, not 100, but a lot. And they've
99.
fucking yeah, yeah, they've ruined it. Like they've absolutely totaled the back veranda. We had this pot plant, and they've just chomped it in half. So it was like 2 stems on this one pot plant, and they've just chomped it in half.
Brutal.
It's they've shattered all the bowls we've put out for them. There's just broken ceramic everywhere,
Was there any
seed
feed
all over the
left?
place. Yeah, yeah, it was like seeds all over the deck.
So they were like, it's already, the 5 second rule's over. We're going for the pot plant now.
Yeah, well, we knew that they were being a bit reckless with their seed getting. Like they'd been pushing the boundaries, but yeah, they went too far that time.
Oh man, and I thought that obviously you had told me that story, and I remember reversing out of my driveway like 2 weeks ago and seeing like two cockatoos, and I'm like, oh, they're big fucking birds. I was like, they could probably put them down, but
They're
whatever.
massive.
Yeah, they're fucking huge. Anyway, and I'm like, oh well, whatever. And then like 3 days later, I was reversing out, and there's like probably like 16 cockatoos sitting on the fence, and I'm like, oh, these guys are fucking up. I was like, these
Yeah,
cockatoos better not come to my house looking for feed.
yeah. Nah, put your pot plants inside.
I already have magpies that sit out the front, out my back porch when I barbecue. Like I cook bacon and eggs up every morning, And
Yeah.
anyway, they fucking sit there on like a brick wall that's like probably 5 meters from me and wait for me to throw the raw stuff in the bin, and then they go attack it.
Yeah, magpies are fucked.
They try and get the Barbie too, but I shut the lid like I got a Weber, so they can't get it.
Yeah, you only cook on the Weber, hey?
Yeah, I have not cooked a meal in this oven in over a year.
Unreal.
My
You're a
girlfriend
man's
does.
man, Brownie. You're a man's man.
It tastes better, mate.
You'd have to clean the pot,
I don't have to clean the Barbie, or very often. I occasionally wash it.
scrape it down.
Yeah, not every go. Like, usually
You
on
don't
the
have to.
weekend.
You don't have to.
Gives it the flavour.
Mm.
All right, yeah. No, so the cockatoos are rampant next door. I'll have to give an update. I've hidden all the pot plants, and
Yep, smart call.
I won't be promoting them anymore. But I want to see like what happens next door. I wonder if they're going to start fucking things up because
They'll trash it, mate. They'll trash it.
there's a ton of cockatoos.
Mark my words, Brownie. The cockatoos are going to ruin that place, and they'll rue the day they were just chucking seed aimlessly in their backyard.
Into the chickens. Dude, the funniest thing is, you know how cockatoos are like usually white and clean? These are like the
Yeah.
absolute deros of cockatoos, man. They're all fucking grey and filthy and there's feathers everywhere. Like these are like the
Zero
offcuts.
cockatoos.
These are like the offcuts of cockatoos, man. Yeah, so that's what's been happening in my week. I've also been thinking recently about doing like on my Facebook. I don't want to tell anyone. Like, obviously, no one on my Facebook listens to this anyway, so it's all right. But I don't want to make it obvious. I just thought about doing like throwback Facebook fads and pretending like they're still current
Yeah,
as,
yeah. I was
as a
thinking
bit
about
of a
doing that
joke.
today. Like, bit of like inbox me a number.
No, not like that. Like doing a neck nominate video or
You like this one? We had a function on the other night at work,
yeah,
and part of it was we were making like these like mocktail drinks, so like not alcoholic, but just like these mocktails.
yeah,
And one of the ingredients was this big like it was like this like berry mixture. So
yeah,
there was a massive tray of this berry pulp that had been all blended up.
yeah.
My boss with her, Sally, I don't know if you've heard about this new thing going on Facebook. It's called the ALS Berry Bucket Challenge. She didn't take. She didn't take
You
it.
didn't tip it on your head,
Nah.
dude. How many of those did you see fuck up compared to like how many did it properly? Most of the time, someone would drop the bucket of ice or do something fucking dumb. Did you do
Yeah.
the ALS bucket challenge?
No, I should just donate it.
Oh, well, that's like completely opposite. Most people did it and didn't donate.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I figured. I was like, no one's actually donating anything.
I donated $10 to them, and I did
Yeah.
it, for some reason I did it in a dress. I did at
That's
university,
another.
and they're like, "Oh, you got to do the ice bucket challenge. You got nominated." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." I was like, "I'll do it. You guys gonna film me?" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll go get some ice."
Were you were just wearing the dress that day?
Well, I felt
Didn't
beautiful.
bother to get changed.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that's such an effort. No, I was like, we were driving home.
It's a crazy time, university.
They're like, we'll get some ice, and I was like, yeah, all right. And they're like, we got to get you a dress, and I was like, wait, why? And they're like, oh, it'd be funny. Okay. Do not look good in a dress. I believe the top rated
No.
comment, and it got like 18 likes, was, God, you're an ugly woman.
A lot of thoughts gone into that one.
Yeah, it was cheap but effective.
That's the best way to do it.
All right, you got anything for us this week, Benny?
Well, why don't you kick us off?
All right.
I'm actually just grabbing a beer, so
That's fine. I can do that. I've got Mundine versus Horn.
Oh.
Did you watch the fight?
No, but I've seen the whole thing on a recap. I had a spare 30 seconds
So I
in the morning,
invited.
and I just gave it a watch.
Jeez, did you watch the pre-fight as well? Did you, mate?
No, that went for 6 hours.
Oh, it was a long undercard. Anyway,
That's all I watched. I watched the whole undercard, and then we left at like 11:30. So yeah, missed the main event, but there wasn't much to see.
yeah, no, there wasn't. I invited a friend from work because I was on call. Like I do like four
Yeah.
weeks of call on call a year. So I was like, I can't really go to the pub and watch it. Otherwise, I would have went to the pub and got blind. But I was like, fuck it. I was like, oh, one of my mates from work, his wife's in India at the moment. So I was like, oh, he'll be doing nothing. Like I'll hit him up, and I'm like, oh, Nige, come around and watch the fight. And so he came around. I messaged him when the fight just before the main was on. Like it had just started, and he came around. He watched like
Mhm.
5 minutes of the other fight, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, we'll watch the big fight." And it went for that long, and we were both like, get up, you cunt!"
Do you reckon he was actually knocked out, or he
Yes,
just went, "Well, I'm getting the money either way. I might
I,
just stay down."
I've heard that a lot, dude. I think he was definitely knocked out. Did you see his fucking eyes? He looked like
It was a body shot, though, wasn't it?
not the knockout, but the body shot opened
Oh,
him up.
like
Like
at the
there was
start.
there was a body shot like 30 seconds
Like,
in,
wasn't the
but
knockout in the body shot? That's what he went down after.
no, he hit him in the head.
Uh.
He hit him in the head. No, he hit him with a body shot not that long before it, and you could tell Mundine was like, "Ah, fuck, that hurt, you dick."
What did you do?
What you fucking dick? Why'd you do that for? And then he hit him in the head, and he went down like a sack of shit. I saw an interesting article though. It was like, do not pay for an Australian pay per view. Like three in the last 10 years, three of the big ones were Danny Green versus Paul Briggs. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nah.
All right, we're definitely giving that a run. I'll see if I can timestamp it. Well, while I'm talking, so Roy Jones versus Danny Green. Did you watch
Yep.
that fight?
Nah.
It went for like a minute. My dad paid for that on pay per view, and it went for fuck all. Roy Jones was like 40. It was like his comeback fight, and that was his
Yeah.
comeback length because he got knocked out in like 40 seconds or something like that, a minute 20. And then what? And then Danny Green versus Paul Briggs is another big pay per view. It went for like, this is a dive, a legitimate dive. Let me try and timestamp it for you. Apparently, this guy owed a bit of money with like,
Yeah.
let's just watch from zero. Yeah, I'll copy the video out and we'll
You go on
we'll
for
queue
me.
up at zero and watch it. I'll try and give a bit of a running commentary for it. Dude, like you can watch from zero because the fight is that short. And but yeah, apparently this guy had some debts with some bad people and he took this fight. And yeah.
I expected better from Danny Green than that. We watching from. Oh, here we go.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, I've already started.
Oh, fuck. That's all right. Anyway, so Danny Green and Paul Briggs. Paul Briggs looks noticeably less fit.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's. I haven't seen him in his better days, but I'm imagining he's had some. Oh, he's down.
Anyway, it's 18 seconds into the video, which included a bit of pre-fight, and he's down off a shot that doesn't even connect. Watch the replay.
Just to show it on the replay.
Yeah, and he's on his knees right now, and just looking
And
at the
he's
ref.
stumbling.
He's looking at the ref like, "Are you gonna hurry up and count?" And then he makes the most half-hearted attempt to try and get up, and falls on his face. It didn't even hit him, dude. Like this was legitimately a thrown fight. And look at Danny Green,
Yeah, he's like
furious,
blowing up.
furious. I've seen. I don't want to watch the whole thing. I've seen the interview with Danny Green afterwards. They give him the mic, and he's like, "Trust me, no one's as pissed as I am. He's a fucking canine."
I was just watching this replay of it.
Yeah, wait. Have you
Probably
got to the
gotta get
replay
one
yet?
out here. Yeah.
Does not hit him.
Oh, he's big miss. He's down. A glancing blow.
He didn't even. He wouldn't have even had. If he had if he had a comb in his hand, he wouldn't have gave him a comb over, man. Like he didn't even get that close.
He's been grazed.
The best thing is the fucking trainers examining him after the fight. Anyway, that's enough of that. But like, do you think those guys would be thinking, "Are you serious, cunt? I've trained you for 6 weeks." Like, were they in on it? I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that'd have to be. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe they were just sitting there thinking, "Oh, you fucking
You'd be annoyed.
would be pretty." I mean, they probably got paid anyway.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
All right, Benny. So you're back from your beer, mate. Have you got anything on the
Yeah.
table?
Well, I got a few options for you. Got a few options for you. Uh, let's go with this one. I'll put it through to you.
All right,
Like I said, it's tenuously sport.
mate. As I said, I'll take anything as sport.
Is
Chess,
this counting as sport?
chess is a sport.
The sport of kings.
So you want to give us a bit of a run through?
Oh, yeah, so well, I've only kind of just seen it myself, but it looks like there's been a bit of an uproar, and Saudi Arabia no longer is allowed to host the World Chess Championships because they've barred Israeli players.
What?
Mm.
How can
So
you?
it's been moved to Russia.
Is that would that be like an Australian tournament where like we're not taking any of those filthy Kiwis?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so it has to be federations where free access is generally assured to representations of all federations. So you have to let everyone participate, and these guys are like, nah, nah,
No
fuck off.
Israelis. Yeah, Saudi Arabia, they've been doing it tough. Don't want to get too political on this, but
I think it's because Israeli actually have the best chess players, and they just want to see who's second best.
I think yeah, it's more fear than
It's
discrimination.
kind of like Russia is hosting a rugby league tournament and Australia's banned. It's like, well, we want to see who the next best is.
So they're playing for runners up.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. They're like, no, 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 no Israelis. You're fucking cheap. You use the Queen way too much.
So I've had enough of you. Bloody too much castling from you, Israelis.
Isn't that a strategy used to
I'm
bust out
so
in year six?
sick of you always trying to queen your pawns.
Wait, is that? Can you do that? You can do that, can't you?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you can do it like 5 times,
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it when you already have a
which was
queen.
my strategy.
I don't know if you can do it when you already have a queen. People are like, oh, yeah,
Just try and get 5 queens.
I'll flip this castle upside down. It's like, wait, I don't know if you can do that. I think you can only replace pieces that have already fallen. Chess at school
No,
was kind of
no.
like Yu-Gi-Oh though. Like, no one knew the fucking rules. It's just like if you said it with enough confidence, it was a rule.
You guys still getting a fair bit of a run actually down in the library when I'm there on duty.
Really, like the Digg cards, like his Blue
Uh,
Eyes
I
White
think
Dragon still getting a go. Like
that's that's the only one I know, and I think times have changed.
the Dark Magician, that was another one, wasn't it?
Dark Magician, I've brought that up. They know about it. No one's using it.
Oh, not a good card anymore.
Zodiac, what's
Yeah,
it called?
I don't know, Zodia, I think. Like,
Yeah,
wasn't it like five
Exodia.
cards? Yeah,
Five
Exodia.
pieces of Exodia.
Yeah, yeah. I never really got that. I was never rich enough as a 12-year-old to buy that
Yeah,
card.
it was a bit. Yeah, it was kind of hard to come by anyway, wasn't it?
You want to know? Yeah, I think it was. You want to know a funny story? Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. I still remember I wasn't even playing. I was sitting in the year six library when we went to school together. I was watching like a Yu-Gi-Oh match, and one of the younger kids put his Slifer the Sky Dragon. I think it was one of the God cards. He's like, oh, I'll put that on the line and we'll play. Because the guy in our year, you remember Jack in our year? He was like,
Just playing for cards.
yeah, yeah. He was, Golf Jack. He was like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, fine, I'll play you then if we play the cards because he didn't want to play him otherwise. He's like, oh, dude, you're in year four. I don't want to play you. And he's like, no, 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 I will play for my Slifer the Sky Dragon. And he's like, yeah, okay, fine. And so I watched the match. I think I was not really, I wasn't attentive to this match. I wasn't watching it with all my heart. No, anyway, I watched towards the end. I could see this kid getting pretty distressed, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Anyway, it culminates with this kid going, "He's after my Slifer," and he sprinted away. He sprinted away.
At least you got out of it. Imagine having to go home to your mum,
No,
tell her that you've lost your card.
Jack went to the teacher and he's like, we played, we wagered a card. He has not come through with the wager. And the teacher's like, you can't do that. Let him keep his card, mate. You're older than him. Go away.
Yeah, nah, fair play.
All right.
I've sent you a link. What do you reckon? You keen?
I'll just grab a beer and then I'm happy to chat about it.
Oh,
Fill some airtime, Benny.
unbelievable.
All right. Send us that video.
All right. Well, it's embedded on the Reddit page.
Okay.
There was a link to an Instagram of someone surfing a coffee table.
So are we just watching people? Are we just watching people surf bullshit objects?
On tables. Surfing on tables.
The early days of wakeboarding. It's a video of a guy on a fold-up table, and he's oh my god, he's got it up. That would take some leg strength. He's gone for like at least.
It's gonna be good.
He's gone for at least 30 meters. And the best thing is, in this video, he grabs the back legs of the table that is still stood up to balance himself. Watch at the end of the 14-second vine. Grabs the legs. He's like, oh, I better get some support. No, I like that. I like that video. I have another one. We talked about it last week. The Stu Laundy fight. So he fought Sonny Bill Williams.
Sonny Bill Williams.
And he won.
What?
We talked all that shit about Stu Laundy, and he fucking
And he's won.
Yep.
Did Mundine have a hand tied behind his back or something?
Mundine. Well, I think we're talking about the ex-rugby league player.
Sonny Bill. Sonny Bill Williams.
So you don't really have to watch the video. I'll tell you what happened. It was a joke fight. There was like a lifting tackle by Sonny Bill. I think they jokingly... and then Stu Laundy... Actually, let's watch a video because Stu Laundy throws probably the worst punch I've ever seen. Man, my missus has got cranky and fucking thrown worse at me.
I don't think I would have been able to.
Hold on, I have an ad coming.
Spray.
A Nicorette ad.
It's fast acting.
You
It's
can pick a
round at a time
cigarette.
is all it takes. Totally quash that
What I got?
craving within 30 seconds.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a bit off
I
balance.
tell you what, it's no Gary, no.
Sonny Bill's down.
Dude, look at those punches. They're like when you hit your 6-year-old cousin with a pillow. You're like, I don't want to go too hard.
Furious.
Sonnyville is sitting there laughing, and he's counted out.
Oh, the towel's been thrown in.
They threw it down to the middle of the ring. No. You know what I did link this article for? Scroll to the top and have a look at the picture. Does anything look off?
Can't imagine the ref did enough work to warrant that sweat patch.
Why is the ref so sweaty? And it's such a weird spot. So he's got the little underarm sweat. And like, understandably, if you've been running around a lot and you're in a button-up shirt, fair enough, you got a bit of underarm sweat. But he has like, I don't even know how to explain it, like a cravat worth of sweat on the front of his chest.
Yeah, it's just like his chest. Just like a lot of chest sweat.
It's not really his whole chest though. It's like if you follow the line of the buttons,
It
he's
is.
got
It's
like
kind of like a bib section. Maybe he's missed his mouth with a beer.
that is actually sensational. He's a spiller.
He's a spiller.
I spilled a full schooner the other night when I was drunk.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. I know
You of all people.
I know you've called me a spiller in the past. I was waiting for my schooner. I was pretty drunk, not too hammered, and I was like waiting for my schooner, and then someone called out to me across from the bar. They're like, "Oi, Browny!" I'm like, "Oi, oi!" And as I've like done the wave over, I've just knocked a full schooner, freshly poured for me, over.
Yeah. I dropped a beer on the dance floor at that wedding.
Oh, and you said you did.
It was fine. No, it was fine. Like there was lots of beers getting dropped. No, it was no issue. But I had to. Kenz's mum was sweeping it up, and I was like, "Oh, let me get that." But she'd already swept up the whole thing, so I was just sweeping this like completely clean dance floor, and she's like, "Yeah, no, Ben, it's all good. You're done." And I was like, "Are you patronising me?"
It's a bit dusty over here, June.
Yeah, I was gonna throw out a real name.
Oi,
It's not
Gwyneth.
June.
You probably don't have to throw out her real name. I tell you what, one of our listeners might stalk her. I reckon there's at least 3 listeners from that wedding.
There have to be.
Timmy Cahill wrote in after last week and said he was really appreciative of our chat on him and that he's going to keep battling on.
I'm glad.
I hope you're still listening, Timmy. Thank you, mate.
We'll have that man shake sponsorship in no time.
Dukes, mate. I've spent enough money with him. I think I have shares in the company. I could probably work some magic. So another one I had was that is not bad. Big Bash Boom. So I bought it.
Big Bash Boom.
I don't know if anyone knows about it.
The game.
Yeah, the cricket game. Anyway, apparently not for Xbox One. I bought it.
Is it like better on PlayStation or something?
Yeah, it looks heaps better because I looked at the gameplay trailers and they're all on PlayStation. I played the Xbox One version and it's kind of like playing a slideshow presentation. I'm pretty sure the game was wrote in PowerPoint code. It was like a fucking
Google
flip
Sheets,
book.
free version.
Oh, it was like a flip
Slides,
book.
Google Slides.
Yeah, Google Slides. It was like a flip book, dude, and like every movement took forever. I could tell there was a decent game, but like when I was trying to play it, it was moving so slow. I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Does it happen? Like games are better on one console than another?
Yeah, all the time. It used to be Xbox 360, and I guess this console's like PS4 is the more popular one, so people program their games to PS4.
All right.
So what they kind of
That
do
makes
is they'll program it for a console, they'll make a PS4 game, and they port it to other consoles.
Okay.
So like whatever.
That's not really made for it.
No, like whatever system it's natively designed for, I think it generally does better.
All right, so we're going to buy some PlayStation 4s and have a run of the
Big Bash Boom.
Big Bash Boom.
I actually applied for a refund and I haven't heard back from Microsoft. I fucking hope I get it. I spent $90 on that shit and it's fucking trash.
That's pretty steep.
They have a
very
good
steep.
they have a good record of
For a
like
fucking arcade game. I guess just because I guess it's too small of a market to like do it cheap, but like I don't think an arcade game should be fucking $90.
well, like that NBA Jam and the NHL 3-on-3 is like a similar game, right? We used to play all the time and it was like 30.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's what it should be. I guess it's just like the market.
Yeah, Australian developer.
Once India gets their shit together and everyone grabs an Xbox One, I reckon we'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be going for chips.
Um,
All right, so we've still got a few minutes to fill.
not heaps of time. Did you see Vince McMahon's bringing the XFL back?
No.
It's coming back.
Is it really, or is that trash? All right, I'm clicking on this link you've sent me.
It's back.
Is that because he filed for the patent? Because I seen months ago, right? I have actually heard something about this that Vince McMahon filed for a patent on summer football league.
I might be getting caught up.
No. This was ages ago. Okay, December the 4th. This looks fine. So they actually going to advertise it.
They got 8 teams lined up apparently.
Wow, no. So the first thing I heard was like back in April or some shit, and they're like, Vince McMahon's filed for a few patents, and it looks like he's bringing the XFL back. But you hear tech companies do that all the time, and it's just like, well, just in case someone else thinks of the idea, you know.
Yeah, try to pinch it. Yeah.
It looks like the XFL's coming back though. I'll fucking watch the XFL, dude. I will fucking watch it. I used to watch like the NFL, but it just got too hard to follow. Like it's kind of the XFL would be fun.
Well, that's good. They've got some good rule modifications. I like that on the 5th play you can use ladders and tables, chairs if you want to. I like that sometimes they have match stipulations for a particularly heavy rivalry.
And it's a Sydney street fight. There'll be no spear tackles.
Ball match.
Yeah, that would be. Imagine if he took the wrestling and it's like
there's thumbtacks in the end zone.
It's actually the Patriots versus Tom Brady and God.
I thought Tom Brady was God.
Well, you know, he also plays for the Patriots, but in this future example, he doesn't play for them, and so he has to be.
Well, I mean, I imagine there'd be a complex storyline about how they've parted ways.
Yeah. Bill Belichick turned on him. Fucking
They thought they'd won the Super Bowl.
wrestling was so fucking funny back in the days. And you know what's also funny? Me and my housemate went to the Newcastle wrestling. That shit was hilarious.
They just kind of do knockoff wrestlers, don't they?
There were definitely some cut-off wrestlers. There was some bloke. So the first fight, I was like, let's go to the. We saw it at Flyers, like around Market Town. I was like, we should fucking go to that and get drunk and do it. And he's like, yeah. So we all got drunk. Someone drove, like they didn't drink.
You were say some of us got more drunk than others.
No. We all got drunk, and then someone who wasn't drinking drove us. Anyway, we got there and we're like, I wonder how this is going to be. And then the first fight comes out and they're doing pretty good moves and that. We're like, oh yeah. And then there comes some interference. It was this behemoth of a man. He kind of looked like Butterbean to get someone from last week on here. He was like a big, he was not in shape. He was in worse shape than Butterbean. Like he was a fat motherfucker, but he was
He wasn't in professional boxing shape.
I mean, that's generous for Butterbean. You know why they call him
boxer, mate.
Yeah, you know why they call him Butterbean though.
Is it something to do with butter and beans?
No, so there's this thing called Butterbeans, like, and apparently he used to have a diet of butter beans and chicken because he needed to get under the 180 kilo tough man weight limit. He had to cut. He had to cut to 180, man.
Fuck, that's a huge human though.
Massive, man. He's 100. I looked at it on Google after our last episode. He's 192 kilos now, 193 kilos or something.
Yeah, he's stacking it on.
Massive human. Anyway, this big guy comes out, like the fight's going on, and the crowd favorite jumps on the top rope. This big guy runs out from like the behind the stage, and chops him.
Yeah.
But honestly, it is the fucking fakest chop I have ever seen. Like picture a karate chop when they're chopping through the wood, right? Like it was like one of those, like a vertical chop, but picture it slowing down for the last, I don't know, 7 inches to like barely even touching him. He like winded up and he's like, I don't really want to hit you very hard. and the guy who got hit. The guy who got hit falls over dramatically and the other guy pins him. And I just imagine the guy that got hit thinking, fuck, that was gay. That guy had one fucking job. He just had to chop me. He just had to chop me. You could have done it hard and it still wouldn't have really
hurt. Now I look
hurt.
like a fucking bitch.
Oh, I did. And I remember looking at like Kez and being like, oh, this is going to be a long day after this is the first match. It actually got a lot better though, and the best thing was it was small enough that you could sledge.
Obviously, you got to build up to the main event.
Yeah, you could sledge because it was such a small event. Like they'd come out, and you know how the wrestlers come out the WWE and they're like, "Who hates me?" and everyone boos, and it's like it's a collective thing. No, this guy's like walking around like, "Hey, I hate all you guys," and I'm like, "Oh, nice cravat." I think I said
it's like a one-on-one conversation.
It pretty much was. I was like, "Oh, nice bandana," and he's like, "Who said that? Who said that?" And I was like, "Me. Oh, I said it."
Well, it's a 1 in 4, mate. It was me. I said it.
Well, it wasn't the guy next to me, so me. I was actually surprised by the following of this Newcastle wrestling. Like, there was a fair bit, like, obviously we were sitting there for the first time. We're like, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And they're like, we're going to bring out one of the favourite fighters. And everyone's like, caveman. I was like, people fucking know these wrestlers.
They fucking read the program, Brownie.
I don't think so. I think they legitimately come to these events because they had them every month. All right, well, I think we can wrap on Newcastle wrestling.
Yeah, you didn't look at the link before, but what do you reckon? July next year.
All right, let's have a look.
July next year.
The World Jump Rope, is that what you're talking about?
Lock it in.
Hold on,
Oslo Ford, Norway. July 2nd to 12th.
Is only
World Jump Rope Federation.
Early check-in. We can do early check-in. So there's a jump rope championship. You know what we should do? I would actually do
Broken
this.
Leg.
Broken leg. That's what I was thinking. If we watched, if anyone hasn't seen it, watch YouTube. Blue Juice Broken Leg, the video clip. We have to do it.
Let me check. Let me check when my holidays are, but I'm ready to go.
Can we try and do it in an Australian qualifiers first?
Oh, I don't know how that works.
Surely there's an Australian jump rope championship to qualify for the world.
Yeah, I wonder if there is qualification. We could give it a run.
We could actually, like, I'm probably not going to go to Norway for jump rope. However, I
Alright.
would probably go to like Brisbane.
All right, let's do some research on that. We can talk more about it next week.
All right, too easy. Thanks, Cheats.
Catch ya.
All right, that went for like 37 minutes.
Bit long,
Probably
eh?
good.
30.